Princess Among and the Fall of the Final Seal. The Warrior of Fire. Princess Among of Nagaland was no stranger to war. She had faced horrors that most would not dare to name. She had vanquished Varkaz, the Abyssborn, and his legion of shadows that sought to consume the living. She had clashed with Morak Kun, the sorcerer tyrant, whose dark sorcery nearly shattered the balance of the world. But her greatest weapon was not just her courage. It was the Fireblade of the Ancients, a legendary sword born of dragon fire, forged by the first warriors of light. Its flames could cut through darkness itself. Now, as the sky darkened and the land trembled, she knew this battle would test her like never before. Because this time, she was not just fighting a tyrant or an army. She was fighting Tzurokho, the devourer of time, a force beyond mortal comprehension. And time was running out, the end of an age. The land of Nagaland trembled. The sky, once bright, darkened with swirling shadows. The rivers, once pure, turned inky black. The air grew heavy, as if the very land itself was mourning something unseen. Deep beneath the caves of Zulia, where the final seal was guarded by the Earthbinder, something ancient and monstrous stirred. Tzurokho, the devourer of time, a being older than light, older than the first breath of creation itself, was waking. And the seal that had kept it trapped for 1,000 generations was about to break. The desperate ride. Princess Among raced across the moonlit plains, her fireblade of the ancients glowing brighter than ever, sensing the coming catastrophe. Tula, her battle-hardened steed, galloped at a pace beyond mortal endurance, hooves pounding the earth like a drum of war. Above them, Zulu, her shape-shifting hornbill, took the form of a black-winged thunderbird, soaring through the sky, scanning the horizon. "We are running out of time," Zulu warned. His golden eyes gleamed in the dim light. Tzurokho's influence is already spreading. Among's jaw clenched. "Then we ride faster." But suddenly, a roar of pure darkness ripped through the sky, shaking the ground beneath them. And from the shadows ahead, they came, the army of the Devourer. Across the landscape, a legion of nightmares emerged. They were not living nor dead, twisted spectral warriors with smoky bodies and hollow eyes, their armor forged from shattered time itself. These were the Eclipse Revenants, the last remnants of the warriors who had once fought Tzurokho and lost. Now, they served the very thing they had once tried to destroy. They blocked the path to the final seal, their hollow voices whispering in the wind. Turn back or be lost to the void. Among unsheathed her fireblade. The blade crackled with ancient energy. "Zulu, we're not turning back." Zulu grinned. "I was hoping you'd say that." With a flash of golden light, he shifted midair, becoming a colossal lion of pure sunlight. Tula charged. Among leapt from her back, blade flashing in the night. And the battle began. Battle beneath the eclipse. The Eclipse Revenants struck first. Their spectral blades cut through the air, their movements unnaturally fast, as if time itself warped around them. But Among was faster. Her fireblade met their weapons, and where the flame touched the void, the darkness burned away. Zulu, now a lion of celestial energy, pounced, his golden claws ripping through the spectral soldiers, dissolving them into mist. Tula, swift as a storm, weaved through the battlefield, her mighty hooves shattering the shadow-forged armor of their foes. But no matter how many they struck down, more kept rising. "They're endless!" Zulu growled, shifting back into a hawk to dodge a dark blade. Among gritted her teeth. Then she saw it. A black monolith at the center of the battlefield, pulsing with a violet glow. The monolith is anchoring them, she realized. If they could destroy it, they could break the army's power. "Zulu, we need to take it down." Zulu shifted again, this time into a massive golden serpent, coiling through the battlefield, dodging strikes before hurling his entire body into the monolith. The ancient stone cracked, the violet light within it shuddering. Among jumped high, raising her fire blade. And with a blinding slash of fire, she cleaved the monolith in two. The battlefield fell silent. The Eclipse revenants froze, and then, one by one, they faded into nothing. The path to the final seal was now open. The final seal breaks. They reached the deep caves of Zulia, a vast cavern bathed in eerie blue light. At its heart, the final seal pulsed. A colossal stone disc, covered in glowing runes, held in place by the Earthbinder. The Earthbinder was not a mortal guardian. It was a being of pure elemental might, a titan of living stone and roots, its very body intertwined with the cave itself. It turned its ancient eyes toward Among. "You have come too late," it rumbled. Before Among could speak, a massive pulse of dark energy exploded from the seal, sending shockwaves through the cavern. Cracks spiderwebbed across the stone disc. The seal was breaking. Then, the earth split apart, and a shadow beyond all shadows began to rise from the depths. A chilling voice echoed through the cavern. "I have returned." Among's breath caught. Tzurokho, the devourer of time, was here. The awakening of Tzurokho. A being of pure darkness and shifting chaos emerged from the shattered seal. Its form was not solid but ever-changing, sometimes a monstrous figure of blackened flame, sometimes 1,000 shifting faces, sometimes a void that seemed to consume all light. Zulu shrank back, his usual confidence gone. "That is not something we can kill." Among held her fireblade tightly. "Then we stop it another way." Tzurokho turned toward her. "Ah, the warrior of fire. You think you can stand against me?" With a wave of its hand, the cavern walls shook, and pillars of dark energy shot toward Among. Zulu shifted instantly into a shadow serpent, wrapping around Among and pulling her to safety just in time. The blast struck the cavern, shattering entire sections of the cave. "We can't fight it head on," Zulu said. Among's mind raced. Then she remembered. Only the wielder of the lost light can rewrite fate itself. The lost light. She had no idea what it was, but she knew where she had to go. She turned to Zulu. "We have to find the last remnants of the ancient order. They knew how to fight this thing once. Maybe they left behind something we can use." Zulu nodded, shifting into a massive griffin, his wings beating hard. "Then let's not waste time." Among mounted Tula, and together they fled into the night, while behind them, Tzurokho rose higher, its laughter shaking the very stars. To be continued. Will Princess Among find the lost light before Tzurokho consumes Nagaland? Can she uncover the truth of the ancient order? The final battle is coming, and the fate of the world hangs in the balance.